Hello and welcome to episode 21 of Terror from Above. I am the terror to these lobstermen. And this is the final episode, really. Because I am in the final floor of the left, and I will bring it down, or die trying. But that's not very likely to happen. Everyone, walk forward. And yes, walk, do not run. You may need to run later, so do not waste your energy now. Not even for selling guns. Or on selling guns. Or even on selling guns. To the wielder of Gungnir. Gungni, the spear of Odin. Yes, this is the final battle. But I don't have Gungnir heal. I'm not even a spear user. I'm a blunt weapon user, or well, staff. I would prefer staff or mace or club or something, something like that. Okay, Alex him. The lobster manager. Also, Alex the government distressed soldier. Yep. I didn't even start the timer this time because I don't expect it to take a full hour. Anyway, is there any rant? I don't think so. That's interesting. Oh, so I can talk a bit about what happened in my D&D game that I play. Well, Dungeon Master. I am the Dungeon Master, so do I master the game? Do I DM the game? Well, anyway, the party accidentally became domestic terrorists. Accidentally, because they fought a low chance random encounter, which was around for so long that I made a quest about defeating it being a dangerous random encounter, which involved a headless horseman riding a nightmare, and it had a metalhead flame skull instead of a head. So they defeated this thing and decided to take the metalhead flame skull to the capital to get payment for it. They stuffed it into a portable hole and, well, went with that. Unfortunately, with no religion check or arcana check on it, nor trying to identify it, they didn't know that, metalhead flame skulls come back to life after an hour. And, well, it did come back to life after an hour in the portable hole. And having come to life, it was bored. Well, whatever, it was bored. And when they opened it in the government offices to show it to the government officials, it fireballed everyone. The main characters obviously survived it, they were heroes. But the government officials were not heroes, and they burned to death. By the timing and everything, when does this come out? Ah. Huh. This episode comes out on the 1st of... not the 1st. The 8th of January. I know this. These are pre-planned, of course. So, this comes out on the 8th of January, which is after we play next, I'm certain. So, yeah. They then lied about being involved. So, since... well, basically, I am certain there is a way about how the lie would be discovered. Namely, they didn't take the skulls of those government officials, and Speak with Dead is a spell that a bunch of people can use. Notably, Speak with Dead only requires that the target be a corpse and that it has a mouth, which for a skull, a lower jaw is necessary, which the burned corpses do have. They even have whole mouths. So yeah, people will discover their involvement in this. More governmenting. And making people crabby. Turning people into crabbies. You know, the Pokemon Krabby? Krabby, not Krabby. People will be turned into... several people into one Krabby. You have a chocolate launcher. I mean stun gun. Ah, another guy. But how does one get forward? Is there... oh, the path leads around. This is a dead end. Well then. Run, sectoid. Run and receive your death. Or perhaps I could try something else. Can I punch through the wall? Hot-headed man style? No. Oh. What does the map look like? I do not know. Interesting. Is there a path over here? Yes. Is there a path over here? No. Interesting. Es ist sehr interessant. As would the Germans say. And the Austrians. And the Swiss. Unless they spoke Italian or French. Or Rätoromanic. Rätoromanic? Whatever the English term for the name is. I mean, English term for the language. Retro-Romanic. Like retro but Latin. So the language of Romanic. But Romanic isn't actually Latin, I'm certain. Wasn't there another country? Liechtenstein? Well, Liechtenstein is a German state, so probably they also speak German. But there must be another. I think. Um, Perhaps not. Oh, you didn't government him. Oh, this guy is tough. His knife. His mind is resistant to knives. One must use an axe. An axe that belongs to the Axolotl of Doom. Poof. Oh, you do not want to sleep, Mr. Red Soldier? Are you too red for sleepy times? Are you too well read? Well, sleepy times for you anyway. But painful sleep instead of painless sleep. Sleep that involves pains of tempered glass. The glass's temperament is very hard. I just realized I could just increase everyone's energy with drugs. By making them happy, is it? Yes, by making them happy. Stimulants do increase energy though. 28 rises up to 38, only by 10. That's not very good. But at least I can keep an eye on this guy, who is not from Gisborne. He might be from Brisbane though. That's in Britain, I think. Gisborne is also in Britain though. It should be at least, since the guy of Gisborne was a British guy. He was a British guy, but his name was Guy. Like Guy Fawkes, he was also a British guy whose name was Guy. Guy. Yeah. Might actually be equivalent to the Germanic Carol. Now, a modern equivalent to that, since Carol also means just a dude, free man, sort of. Oh, those guys are merely sleeping, so let's give them a fragment so that if they wake up, they take a step and they die. You cannot throw it away? Why not? Are you too emotionally attached to that thing? Yeah, he's too emotionally attached to the fragment grenade. How terrible. How did that happen? Oh yeah, I still have to find out what it means, what awning is. Which I suppose even those who watch all my episodes when they come out don't know that I had trouble off, because due to how episodes are recorded, the episode with awnings comes out after this one. Well, where I didn't know about awnings. Yeah. Basically, yeah, weird stuff. I probably shouldn't talk anymore about awnings since I do not yet know what they are. But once I learn, I will speak it! And then... No, I probably won't like it because it's outside. I know it has something to do with houses. Okay, can you throw it away now? Dude. So can you throw it away like this? Why can't you throw it away? You'd... And I can't have you just drop it. You'd nuke yourself with it. Oh, you wouldn't actually. I forgot you can fly. Yeah, I forgot he could fly. So, yeah, we're at the edge of the map. I forgot he could touch, well, he can't touch the sky because he's underwater. He could touch the water surface, but he can't really because this whole place is flooded. How would an aquatic civilization make stuff? Like humans, our greatest achievement was the taming and control and creation of fire. That allowed pretty much every other technology aside from simple machines like levers and such. Levers, wheels. I guess flint knapping can also be done without fire. But cooking requires fire. No, I don't want to run away. So, how would an aquatic civilization, which cannot get fire, because, you know, what fire doesn't really burn underwater. Well, it can burn underwater if you have proper stuff, but perhaps not on an Earth-like planet? A planet with materials that can burn underwater, though they couldn't be too plentiful, could, I suppose, host an aquatic civilization which achieved the fire underwater. Though, could a planet which can house aquatic civilization, that is, a planet with liquid water, have enough stuff that reacts with water under some circumstances, but not under others? Not sodium. Magnesium burns underwater if ignited, though it's hard to ignite underwater. That's the basics of those magna-packed grenades that I don't have. Or is it? High explosive grenades, they are called anyway. Magna-pack explosive is the big one, I think. But yeah, magnesium does burn underwater if ignited, but it's very difficult to ignite underwater. Phosphorus burns underwater, again, must be ignited though somehow. So yeah, those are things that burn underwater. Question 2. Could they be naturally found in a world which has plentiful water? Possibly. I mean in free state and not in reacted state, because if they are already reacted, they can't react again. That's also why water is so, one of the reasons why water is so good at extinguishing fires. The other reason is that, well, it's very hard to heat up. It having 4.18, I think, kilojoules per kilogram per Celsius, which is a lot. Or was it 4.16? I know it's roughly 4.2 kilojoules per kilogram per Celsius. And you can replace Celsius with Kelvin in this case. It doesn't matter, they are the same size. Just a different starting point. I would call this a maze, but it's actually mostly a labyrinth. I've heard that the difference is that labyrinth has one path and it's just long, while a maze has a bunch of paths. And yeah, there was one dead end, but just one. This room. Otherwise, it's just one super long path. The walls are super tough, so I could try punching through them with the tanks, but that would put my mind knives at risk. Yeah. I mean, with the rest like Sonics. Restless Sonics. Okay, time to turn back in. Oh, perhaps there is a mazy part too. But this does come after the Jiglag defeat. I am fairly certain. What was it like? What is the 8th of January? Is it Friday? Oh, let me calculate that a bit. Okay, so plus 3 is 15, plus 14 is 29, plus 3, no, plus 2 is 31, that's Tuesday the 31st. That makes the first a Wednesday, which makes the 8th also a Wednesday. Which means my calculations might be a bit off. No, my calculations, my original thing was correct with me not having mentioned the awnings yet. Yeah. Anyway, regardless of any awnings or gazebos or whatever, yeah, that makes that. If that's the 8th, then there is that, and yeah, the Gigalite has already been defeated, and his feet were eaten by insanity. So he cannot sidle anymore! How exciting! Although, those of you who only watch this series and not the Oblivion one, well, yeah, I would probably not be mixing the two. Hey, I know there is a guy here. And yeah, I noticed that the episodes of this series tend to have way more views than, or many more views, I suppose, since views are countable, than episodes of Oblivion. Okay, this is annoying. This is a spinning. It wants to spin our death. Spin the tail of our death? Oh. Two are wounded? Oh, you. Well, whatever, I don't care. It wants to spin like a spinster. Or like a spin arc? Perhaps it wants to spin Arak. But does it want to spin the world Arak? Or does it want to spin the sword Arak? Or does it want to spin the alcoholic beverage Arak? That I don't know. Only the spin Arak knows. And it will not tell, because it is a spider, and it cannot speak! Or I suppose it can in Pokemon. It can just say Spinark, Spinark, Spinark. I suppose spinning the sword would be the most reasonable of those three. Look, spinning words sounds very difficult. Spinning an alcohol, well, you could spin a bottle of alcohol, but you might spill some if it's not well bottled. Someone is shooting stun guns. Who is it? Oh, this guy. And this guy. Okay, they become my new scouts. Since they volunteered. Oh, interesting. Do I mind control him or do I kill him? Let's try governmenting. So the path leads through here, but I don't think I need 4 scouts. 2 should be plenty. So when I get around, I should kill 2. And this mission is going very well. Mind knives are strong. Yeah, I'm calling them mind knives because mind messers. Well, messer is German for knife, while in English it's just about messing with stuff. You know, Messerschmitt, the guy who made planes, probably originally made knives. There is a French company, I think, called Messerschmitt that makes planes, or made planes. I don't know if they still make planes. Because, you know, the company was active in the Second World War. Yeah, certainly just before it, not sure whether during it. Then again, Boeing made the bombers too, so it's entirely possible that Messerschmitt started making civilian planes after the war, if they survived the occupation of France, that is. But they probably did. Might look them up. That reminds me how Uh, Great French military leaders tend to not be French. Um, well, I sup. Well, no, not really. Karl Martel was Frankish, but that just makes him German. Um, then there was um, Napoleon, who was Corsican. Uh, Joan of Arc, who, well, I suppose she may have been actually French, or she may have been German, because the village she came from would be in modern day Germany. Certainly it was on the borderline, but perhaps she was French at the time. And then there is, well, no, I'm not sure whether there was another great commander. I think I heard about some guy called Gaul, in who was a tank commander who may have been good, and he was probably French too, even if his name was Gaulish. I mean, Gaul means Celt, like the group that Irish are from. Ireland, the land of ire. Okay, these two will be the scouts. They will do the scouting. This guy will taste salt through the back of his head. But sadly for him, sound is not supposed to be tasted, and nothing is supposed to be tasted through the back of one's head. And so he perished. And his corpse shall be sent to Paris and displayed on the Eiffel Tower. I am not sure why people want that to be displayed on Eiffel Tower, just a splattered corpse of an aquatoid or hydroid, I suppose. But we might make it so. Okay, not much of the map remains to be seen, but I suspect the Synonym Machine is here. It would be the last room after all. Okay, more mind messing! Wait, this guy is resistant, but he's just a manager. Both are managers. Yes. Just clearing the place room to room. This mission is sucks. Well, the last part at least is, well, if I remember correctly, all parts were very easy, but this part is excessively easy when using mind knives. If I wasn't using mind knives, it would probably still be easy. Like, there aren't many enemies around here. And, well, the spinning didn't manage to surprise attack me. The two guys with the stun guns did, but they had stun guns. They wouldn't have killed anyone. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I could have managed this without the mind knives. It would just be a bit more risky. Yeah. Round the corner. Or corner rounder. Perhaps boxing matches shouldn't be done in rings, but in boxes. But then there would be the problem that nobody could see it because it would be in a box. Unless it was a glass box. But then it would be risky because someone might get thrown through it and cut by the glass. That would hurt. And be potentially fatal. But nowadays it could be done with acrylic instead of glass. That doesn't tend to shatter into spiky shards. Or tempered glass, which does shatter but into non-spiky shards. Okay, more mind. Oh, they are on the other side of the door? Or have they? What? What? The doors prevent me from seeing? Well then, that's annoying. Luckily these guys also just have stun guns. Why do all the enemies, well not all the enemies, but many of the enemies here have stun guns? It doesn't make sense. If I was arming my army, I would certainly arm them with death guns or just regular guns. They don't need to shoot out the liquid death, they just need to be able to kill. Like Lahir, who always needs to kill something. That's from Age of Empires actually. There is this guy in the Joan of Arc campaign who is named Lahir, and in one mission he says Lahir needs to kill something. But he only says it in one mission, he doesn't always need to kill something. I suppose that means it implies Joan of Arc was hiring psychopaths? If his needs involved killing? Like, most people don't have killing as a bodily need. He was certainly crazy. Oh, you didn't government him. What's going on? Why can't he be government? Oh, he can. It's just hard. Perhaps it's the blue blood that makes him very difficult to government. Oh. Hello there. We are the bald ones. I mean, you are the bald ones. They didn't have any hair, so they were indeed the bald ones. Okay, lobster manager, you don't have any proper nades, so we can't use you to blow them up. Okay, but you can dodge, and we can use this guy's stuff to blow them up. Just make sure not to blow yourself up. Blowing oneself up is not good for one's teeth. Wait. Oh, this guy is still mine technically. Did you know that blowing oneself up is not good for one's teeth? Probably. It's also not good for one's other body parts, not just the teeth. Like one's little toe on the left foot. It really suffers when one blows oneself up. And I am thinking now that Darth Vader was probably originally the guy's proper name. And only when... Well, in episode 5... Revenge... No, not Revenge of the Sith. That's episode 30. Empire Strikes Back. It was declared that Darth Vader was Luke's father. And in which episode was it declared that he was... Anakin Skywalker? Not sure actually. Whether it was in 5, 6, or 3. Oh, you see someone. Oh no. Spinning. It wants to spin. Like a spin da! The da of spinning. That doesn't look like a Synonym Machine. That looks like Cthulhu's sarcophagus. Why does Cthulhu need a sarcophagus? Is he dead? Did he drown? Did he eat something bad? Did he eat a bed? Perhaps he ate a bed. But I'd bet that he managed to drown in oil. There was an oil spill and it caused him to drown. Humans accidentally kill Cthulhu with an oil spill. Or microplastics. Screw fairies being allergic to steel. Cthulhu gets killed by microplastics. Hey. Okay. Time to do this. Time to end this game, even if it's not little. First, let's try the gun. Ah, there's nothing. The sarcophagus is tough. Tougher than nails. Specifically tougher than human nails, possibly not tougher than the nails of Deinonychus. That's the dinosaur many people mistake for a velociraptor. But Deinonychus was bigger. Deinonychus was, I think, as big as a turkey. Not the country, the bird. Oh. The sarcophagus cannot be blown apart with a death gun? That's impressive. But where has gone the other guy? Is the spinning gone? What's going on? Either I killed everyone, and the mission is about to end, or I haven't and it isn't, because I did not blow up the sarcophagus. Well, I suppose I might want to kill the last two, but the last two managers, but only when I am certain that everything else is dead too. Dead or unconscious. Or guaranteed to die on its next move, if it ever makes one. Yeah, there was a movement. Something moved. Something might or might not be terrifying. Do you see any foes? Yes, you do. A Zakid. Michelle, you couldn't control the Zakid? Can the Zakid punch through this thing? No. Okay, let's kill this guy. Oh, he is under our control. So there is another? Okay. Jude, you reload. You might want to try to blow up the Synonym Machine again. And make sure that the aliens never know another synonym again. They will never know that up and above mean the same thing. And so their leadership will not know what to do, and the Cthulhu shall never awaken again. For the eons have not been strange enough. Okay. Whom do you see? Oh, that guy. Give him chocolate. Or do I want to do that? Yeah, give him chocolate. You, Noel. You who hold the death gun of death in your deathless hands. Blow up the sarcophagus. Sadly, you cannot. The sarcophagus is immune to such mundane things as death guns. But has anyone been harmed by it? No. Which implies there is no one there. Which implies that this is the last guy. Lobster manager. You will perish today. Not tomorrow. Not 3 days hence. Today. Next turn, in fact. But the mission hasn't ended. Something yet lives. Or is it this thing? Let's try to blow up the last pillar. Yes, it was. Shattered graves roared from his chest and pierced the center. No one can escape. No one. A huge explosion erupted from the grave, spreading through the city as debris and smoke filled the air. Alien's mind failed. Fissures began to form in the twisted lands of the left. Fire and smoke billowed from glittering guns and diamond trails. A foreign land wheeled over the sea, and the air was filled with ghosts and metallic screams. Big dreamers don't dream of conquering the world. The last sound of Tele's own cries and tears. A blue planet lying at the edge of the Milky Way. After that, stay in a safe place. The alien threat has long conquered Earth. Billions of people live in big cities, like polluted cities. The achievements of XCOM and Alien Wars are like fairy tales, but there is always truth to the story. Okay, that is that. One country was infiltrated. Was it? Well, I don't remember which one it was. India? China? Canada? Something like that? Total a year of sick days for people, not just one person. That's among everyone. Flight pants for flight pants for sale 72. I don't know what flight pants are and why they are for sale. Okay. Difficulty veteran, average monthly rating, total income, total expenditure. There is just 1,700,000 something difference. 700,000 something different. Missions accomplished 47. Am I in Star Trek now? Failed 5. Night missions 10. Best rating, not much better than average monthly rating. Worst rating, pretty bad. Aquarius includes the military. 110. I suppose that's Aquanauts hired. The Aquanaut is lost. 50. So 60 were hired and survived. Vehicles lost, 0. Aliens killed, 348. Aliens captured, 142. So total of 490 aliens defeated. Friendly fire incidents, only 2. Average accuracy, 40%. I suppose friendly fire incidents means friendly fire deaths, not just when you shoot someone and they survive. Most effective weapon, MC broken, of course. It's broken. Deadliest alien hydroid, longest months in service, 8. Okay, find out about overseas territories 2. I think that's alien bases destroyed. Terror attacks 8, bases built 3, crafts on 9. Scientists, okay. Awesome! I have won! And the next month shall be the apocalypse. XCOM apocalypse. Not mistranslated anymore because I don't have a reasonable way to do that. It's going to be not modded, not through OpenXCOM. It's going to be done through regular DOSBox. Just the original. Well then, till the apocalypse, I say to you, goodbye.